So I'm here with Bhaskar Chopra from Siemens. Bhaskar, thanks so much for taking some time. Familiar face on IndustrialSage. Been on a couple times. We met at Modex last year.
Yep.
So last year being what, 2018.
Yep.
And then and also you came to the studio and we did on camera. We did an interview there. So in the studio. So thanks for letting us come check you guys out over here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So for those who aren't familiar, obviously I think most people are familiar with Siemens, but maybe not in the sense of your material handling capabilities.
Yep.
Maybe talk to us a little bit about that.
Yep. So we are a pretty large company, and this part of Siemens, we are the Digital Industries division of Siemens. And within Digital Industries, we have a group focused on providing material handling solutions. So what we're showing here is all the component level process, or the component level things that we have within our portfolio that can help material handling OEMs, system integrators, and end users come up with the best distribution center that they need. We've got everything from simulation software to hardware components to networking components, and that's kind of what we're showing off in our booth today.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. So, are there any particular key industries where you feel that you have a sweet spot in, or is it just kind of more general?
I think that's where we really do excel within the material handling sphere. Material handling by itself is not really a vertical. It goes across a lot of different horizontal industries. We have products and components that can really fit into just about every single niche of this market, from cold goods storage to fulfillment centers to large-scale distribution centers, even to some tire handling, some of the very niche industries. We've done a little bit of it all in the past. This isn't new to us, and this is kind of what we're trying to show, that this is something that's right in our sweet spot. All the different industries surrounding material handling equipment.
All right. Excellent. So, what are those key points of differentiation between you and other material handling companies and integrators?
One thing that I really like to talk about is beyond just the hardware capabilities that we have. For the last 10 or so years, we've acquired about $10 billion worth of companies and integrated them into our overall Siemens portfolio and established a very good software simulation business. So our path to market, if we have an ideal world, we'd like to get some requirements from a customer. They want to build a distribution center that's meant to handle X amount of packages throughout, and they want to do it and have it commissioned and ready to go in X amount of time. They give those requirements to us. We have the capability of taking those requirements in, designing a distribution center from scratch with our modeling equipment, simulating how that would work based on a variety of different types of equipment that can go in there, whether that's AGVs, sortation systems, ASRS systems, and simulate what combination of that equipment might make the most sense for that distribution center. Once we simulate its actual operation, we actually have, based on our TIA portal software, the ability to tie into that simulated virtual world and validate whether your automation code will work in a completely digital environment before you put any metal to the actual floor, before you build anything. We've got that upfront simulation capability that I think makes us pretty unique in the market compared to some of our other competitors out there.
Right, so obviously that's kind of a little bit of a big deal, because if you're going to make a significant investment like that, you want to make sure things are actually going to work before you start pouring concrete.
That's right. That's right.
All right, excellent. So what about, do you have any particular great case studies or stories where you've really been able to help out?
Actually, yes. The one use case that we're talking about in this video right behind us, this was a German CPG company. They, I think this specific branch of them actually did a lot of laundry detergent, some household supplies. They actually had a distribution center network in Europe of 5 distribution centers. And that was well and good. It was working fine, but they wanted to figure out a way to consolidate costs and be able to combine the processes at these 5 distribution centers into one large mega distribution center. And one thing we were able to help them out with, again, from the software simulation standpoint, was taking a look at some different ways that we could accomplish that. And successfully, we were able to take their network of 5 distribution center hubs and bring that all into one combined mega distribution center. And before they had any actual material laid out on the floor, before they had any actual drives ordered or motors ordered or conveyors ordered, we were able to create a digital twin of what that distribution center would look like, validate its performance and capabilities, make them feel comfortable about using us as a provider for them for all the equipment that would go in there.
Right. Now that absolutely makes it 100% sense. So another question I've got is, what would you say is the number one frequently asked question? Let's say here at the booth, you come in. What's that number one question that people ask, and what's the answer to that?
Will it work?
That's a good question.
It's important because, so we always like to joke about the lifespan of a fulfillment center, or the lifespan of a distribution center. Let's say it takes 10 months to 15 months to actually build the distribution center. Cool, that is one set of time. But that thing has to be alive for 25 years after that.
Right,
And there has to be a set of people that are going to take care of that equipment and make sure that everything works for 25 years after that.
Right,
So will it work is kind of a vague way of saying it, but everyone wants to make sure that whatever goes out there, whatever equipment you put out there in the field, if it does go down, because it's all rotating electrical machinery, is there an easy way to make sure that we can fix it?
Yeah.
Can we get somebody off the streets that maybe isn't fully trained and invested in Siemens for 15 years?
Right.
Can we make sure that they are comfortable handling the equipment?
Right.
And I think a lot of the investment that we've made in the downtime mitigation techniques for our products addresses that very, very well.
Right.
You'll see, I don't know if you guys are going to have a chance to go in there, but a lot of our components actually have operator panels with plain text English remediation techniques built onto their actual devices. All of our VFDs have a very clear-cut operator panel. Our PLCs have a very clear-cut operator panel to make sure that if a user has to go in there and do some work to that machine, they have a very clear-cut way of being able to address that without needing a huge background of Siemens knowledge for 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, exactly. That makes a lot of sense. The long haul approach, I appreciate it. I really appreciate that. So, okay. So, if anybody has any questions, I'd like to learn more about your solutions. What's the best way of learning more about that and getting in touch with you?
First and foremost, Bhaskar Chopra. I am the industry manager for material handling here in the States. I have a decent amount of knowledge from all of the aspects of what we cover. I'd be happy to answer your questions. We have a team actually of material handling specialists within Siemens. That team is on display here. We have a very good LinkedIn page where you guys can access us. Siemens Digital Industries is what you should look up at LinkedIn. And we have offices all across the United States as well too. There's a chance that if you are a customer looking at this, there is a Siemens office in your location. Just get in touch with us and we'll be able to put you guys in touch with the experts that can help you all out.
Awesome. Bhaskar, thanks so much again for the time. Appreciate it.